Hey guys, Random Shit 1471 here, and welcome back to the episode 5 of Winning the Premier League. We start this episode a mammoth 13, I believe, or 14, 13 points behind. I'm setting myself at the target to get maximum points. 5 games of this episode, so 3 wins, and what a goal that was to start off. Of course, this would be in highlights. That was a goal from Patrick Kluivert. The second goal came in nice. This was quite a simple victory. We haven't really had much chances of really doing. We haven't really had any routine victories, to be honest. Svensson then equalised for them, hit the post and then in. But it looked like it could be a very late surge for Norwich, but I shouldn't worry about it too much because that was halfway through stoppage time, and if any doubts were arising because of how poor I played the last episode, don't worry, because Alan Shearer made it 3-1. Grattan! And he wheels away happy with that. So that's job done job done. 1 game out of 5 won. Just need to win another 4, and hopefully Chelsea drop a lot of points along this episode. But can we regain a 13-point gap by the end of the episode? Well, hopefully we take it very close. But the first game was won, easy as that, as easy as you like. Norwich didn't really give us much threat. That's another good goal. That might be entered into the goal of the week again. Let's see how the table looks after the first game as we wait for the screen to load. Here it comes. Okay, there we go. Crystal Palace there, so that means yes, we are going back through the fixtures as they were. So this should end on Aston Villa. Chelsea dropped points there. We're now up to 10 points gap. We could do this, to be honest, if we beat Crystal Palace, which highlights again another easy goal from Shearer, gobbling up the mistake from the keeper. Was it a mistake? We'll see the replay again. Alan Shearer. Yeah, it was a mistake from the keeper. The keeper should have gathered that. Shearer got the ball again. Deflection in. The programming meant that Speroni wasn't going to get there because it wasn't. We'll just see it here. He just keeps on running instead of actually attempting to save it. Look. No, just kept on running. So that was 2-0. Another routine victory was assured when Shearer passed to Kluivert, the back Shearer, lovely footballing move between them two to make it 3-1, hit the post and in, and that was the game assured. Crystal Palace again not giving us much challenge, to be honest. Post and then in, and then the table looked like this after that. Hopefully we have now gained more points. 10 point was the gap. Chelsea still 10 points, but we've closed the gap from the start. 2 games played, 2 wins. Let's hope we can end this episode with 5 games played, 5 wins. I'll show the highlights of this one. We drew these guys 0-0 in the first episode, but this was completely different. Alan Shearer scored early in the 25th minute, and then because the confidence is starting to come to me with this game now, after the shocking the shot that was the last episode. You know, you get 2 wins. I know they were against newly promoted sides, but it felt it. So it's 2-0, and then goes down, penalty. I think I've skipped the goal there. What did I got? Well, if I skipped a goal, I skipped a goal. Sorry, but I scored again. But then it goes down, and Anelka straight down the middle. I wish it didn't move. And he's wheeling well, and then I thought, oh god, this could be. I do not want to lose it, but as you can see by that guy's reaction, they lost, and it's 3 games played, 3 wins. Sorry if I missed the goal there, which I believe I have. And the table will look like this with the big clash against Man United, which we'll be watching in full in a sec. We've got the points down to 7. So if we win here, it could possibly 4-point gap. Chelsea are having an absolute nightmare. They've been dominating the league, and they're obviously having their dodgy episode now. Thank God. And we could be very close by the end of this episode. The team for this, I'm going to take Genius out. I have done the last few matches, which you haven't noticed because it's been Lee Bowyer, Bellamy, and this time it is going to be James Milner coming in, slotting in, and I'm absolutely fucking excited. I see it. Excited. Well, here we are at St James's Park, Newcastle versus Manchester United. Here on FIFA 05, of course, because you wouldn't be watching it. Anyway, Alan Shearer there. The previous result was that 1-0 victory. Of course, last minute. I was very surprised. That was a good way. That set us on our way to end the first episode unbeaten. Their team: Howard, Neville, Ferdinand Silvestre, O'Shea, Ronaldo, Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Van Nistelrooy, and Wayne Rooney. Spot on the back. Oh, I don't know. If you ever get a spot in the back of your head, fucking hell, that stings. Anyway, we're underway here. Ignore me. I see this as a winnable game. We've beaten 1-0. They haven't been fantastic. They're only second because we dropped off the pace. That's my belief. But anyway, here's Alan Shearer early on. It gets across into Patrick Kluivert, and that's headed away by John O'Shea. And headed on by Rooney there. Here's Van Nistelrooy. It's easy tackle by Butts. Butts brings it forward to Robert. Robert, Newcastle looking the strongest team out the first 6-7 minutes, but then again it's only the first 6-7 minutes, so don't get too excited. 3 games played in this episode, 3 wins. This would make it 4, and with a game against Aston Villa next, because I know the fixture list is exactly the same. So Aston Villa, so Norwich last day of the season. At least we're going to get all the big games out of the way, so the run-in is hopefully simple. It should be simple, but you've seen the last couple of episodes I've lost games that I probably shouldn't have lost. Undrawn games I probably shouldn't have drawn. But Man United bring it forward, so if we win here today, I hope it's got to be five wins. It's not going to be anything else. It's Alan Shearer, and it's 1-0. It's a goal for Newcastle. And Alan Shearer, it's 15 minutes. We had to wait till the 90th minute in the previous meeting between these two. But Alan Shearer has taken him to the 15th minute score. He is starting to come on form just when we need him to fight this 13-point gap that we started the episode with. We've got it down to 7. Possibly could be 4 at the end of this if Chelsea lose the game. I think they only lost like once or twice in this whole thing, so they must be having their dodgy run, which is just when we need them, because we've got Chelsea next episode, as well as Arsenal and Liverpool. It's the repeat of the second episode, so it should be interesting. Goes down, penalty! Aaron Hughes has made a mistake, and Van Nistelrooy went down. He fouled him, and the referees awarded a penalty, and Van Nistelrooy to take the penalty. It's down the middle like Anelka scored in the previous game, and Van Nistelrooy has scored. Oh, okay. It was poor defence from Aaron Hughes. Just needed to put his foot in, but he took the man as well. And Van Nistelrooy has scored. And Newcastle bring it away. They kick off and bring it away here. And their hopes of 5 wins in this episode, or to make it 4 wins on the bounce, is in trouble now, because Man United don't look. They are second place. They've improved a lot this season. They don't look like a side that's going to be easily turned over like the previous matches for Newcastle, what you've all seen in this episode. Rooney's just fired a shot wide. Gibbon passes it out to Hughes, who conceded that penalty to make it 1-1. James Milner. Shearer skipped past 1, skipped past 2, and then got tackled by the one he skipped past first time. As Giggs brings it away. Giggs puts it up to Van Nistelrooy. Sorry, Rooney. Here's Rooney. Wayne Rooney. Van Nistelrooy wants. That's a ball into the middle, and that's easily gathered by Given. He was given to catch the ball.
Oh, it's a decent tackle. Good defense.
Ronaldo there coming on the ball. Not Clivert. The ball gets. Let's start again. Here's Butt. Dyer, Butt. Shearer, Clivert. As you saw it, Clivert. Oh, well, Peds Legends is now finished for the minute. I'm thinking there's of maybe doing a classic Master League. Maybe it's a small maybe. It depends if I can work out how to do it. We could have like sign Messi and all that. It'd be funny. Here's Bramble. Goes down. That's a free kick there. They're playing a bit dirty in this first half, and Giggs has got a free kick here. He should whip this in, but because by the looks of it, he's going to have a shot. Ryan Giggs with a shot, and over the bar. Of course, I've worked this out. This should finish the last episode of this. What have I done? I'm going to stop the recording now. There's a little hiccup there. Half time becomes, and half the time is going to go because it's been even Stevens here. Newcastle look like they could have been going on to another comfortable victory with an early goal from Alan Shearer. But Aaron Hughes fell in Van Nistelrooy in the box has changed all that with him scoring.
Both managers will have given a team talk.
And this should finish at Christmas time. If by the looks of it, yeah, this should be finished before Christmas. I've planned the last episode to be out on Christmas Eve as an early Christmas present. Hopefully we'll win the Premier League title, but don't put your hopes up for that. Great tackle there. Here's Alan Shearer as he brings it forward. This is a marvellous turnaround from Newcastle. The form-wise, they've been out of sorts the last episode and a half, maybe two episodes. But this could be the chance that they finally close the gap to below 3 points, possibly. Because if you think 6 points, we can possibly get the gap to, because there's this game and one more game, we can possibly get the gap down to just a point if Chelsea lose both their games. If they do, oh my goodness, they had an absolute shitter. Here's Milner. Oh, have I done the maths wrong? I don't know. Anyway, here's Milner. Dyer. Newcastle bring it forward once again. Dyer. Shearer. Clivert. They reach the final third here. It's Clivert. Patrick Clivert. He skipped past the defender. That's a tackle. And there's calls for a penalty, but no, it's not FIFA 16/17. It's not nowadays. They used to stay up on their feet back then when they were men, not male idiots. Diving. To be fair, diving is tactical, and if you can get diving to work, that's a great save from Given. It can be used to your advantage, but I think it's not right. It's not right. You shouldn't cheat to win the penalty. Clivert. Oh, it's reached Shearer. Oh, there was a chance for Shearer, but I had pressed the button to, start running back after the ball because I didn't think that was make through. That was a bloody great pass. Shearer's messed up, and then could that be the chance that Newcastle will rue and stop their winning run at 3 games?
Oh, he tried to control that.
Passes it forward really well for this.
Here's O'Shea.
Goals. It's a tackle from James Milner, the 18-year-old on this game. James Milner. And there's easy block there. You're not going to get past the United defence there. As we go for the substitution. Substitution. Just looking at the ratings, all my defence is like 70 odd. That's fairly decent, to be fair. The weak link is probably in the midfield is Milner at the moment, but it's probably Genius normally. Oh yeah, I remember what I did there. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. And then so the midfielder changed for the striker, and where I wanted the striker up top. Because I wanted to refreshen it up and hopefully get this winning goal I so dearly want and so dearly need, to be honest. I need an episode where we win every game. I just need it, because I still think 7 points is not good place to end this episode. It needs to be below 7 with 3 episodes left. 15 more games after this. I'll work out right. 5, 10, 15. That's right. So we've played. We're over the halfway mark, obviously. Dyer, but Nicky Butt against his former club. Nicky Butt to Alan Shearer, who could have signed for Man United at one stage. And his career goal, Kluivert! It's the goal they wanted. Patrick Kluivert with the goal. It's 2-1, and the winning streak looks surely to be extended to 4 games. And Kluivert has done the business when they needed it, when he was just about to go off as a sub, and he probably will still have a sub. Bugger it. I'm happy with that. That's made it to 4 games win. I'm speaking a bit earlier. It's still 8 minutes, and we are playing Man United. But I believe that's probably it now. Change it to 5 at the back. Bugger that. I am not messing about. 5 at the back. Probably 5-3-2. See, a lot of teams play 3-5-2 now. It's quite. I know it's 5-3-2 and a bit more defensive, but I used to think you look at that back in FIFA and think, why would anyone play that? 4-4-2 is the best. How times have changed in football. When all the teams, Man United were 4-4-2 on here, Arsenal 4-4-2, Chelsea I believe were 4-4-2, although 4, something like that. A lot of teams were 4-4-2 back then. I used to love it. Simple. Now it's like 4-3-2-1-7-9-8-27-3. As Ruud van Nistelrooy brings it forward. 2 minutes left for Man United to bring something. Newcastle on too much of a winning form to let this slip. Surely now. Here's Ruud van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy. Rooney passes it backwards. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. We haven't really heard much of him. No, it's not. It's Giggs. I don't know who it is. I'm guessing because, of course, as you can see, only one name, and that's my name. One there. Here's Craig Bellamy, of all people. Bellamy. Don't know why I said of all people. He's playing his position. Bellamy, great save, Tim Howard. That would have put the icing on the cake. The cherry on the icing on the top of the cake. And it's 2-1. 4 games played in this episode. 4 games win. We're cutting this points difference down. And I promise you, I have not changed the difficulty. I'm still playing Sim Pro because I'm shit at games. I've been playing the same difficulty the whole time. And we've made it to 4 games played. The biggest game of the episode done and dusted. We've done it. We've won. And the points have gone down. They've lost. And it's 4-point gap from 13 points. We're only going to show the highlights of Aston Villa because bugger Aston Villa. They shit. I hated them then and I hate them that way. I don't hate them. Well, anyway, they are bottom of the table. No point. We've got 3 points, surely. 4-point gap. And if we win here, we possibly could put it down to 1 point. But not much happened. It was a lot harder. It was a lot harder game than their position suggests. They're 20th. But Jermaine Jean has finally got a goal. When I changed it to 4-3-3 and randomly put him up strike. And it's all she wrote, really.
That's their first substitution of the match.
And we'll now go see what the table looks like. Waiting for this loading screen. Oh, ready. Yes, down to just 2 points. We've gained 11 points on Chelsea this episode. It's been an episode of absolute dreams. I've spoiled it because I normally like to look here. But yes, 2 points. Chelsea have actually had a nightmare. They were running away with it. And Newcastle are now second, 13 points down to 2 points. We're playing Chelsea in the next episode. We've got Arsenal, a tough game first. If we can get a point out of that, I'll be happy. And then beat Chelsea, hopefully. And we could be top of the table by the end of the next episode. What looked unlikely at the end of last episode is very possible. And I can't wait for the 6th episode. I'll see you next weekend. Tottenham are second bottom, where they belong. Because they're fucking shit. And there we go, 2 points. Please like, subscribe, and peace. God, we've done well.